to pray for you. I try to pray for you. I pray for you, for you, for you. I pray for you, for you. Try to pray for you, for you. I try to pray for you. Even when there's nothing, you always make up something. You know I try to pray for you. Even when we're touching, you always make a fuss. Okay, I'm too. Don't test my patience. I'm trying to pace it. You kept me waiting. I try to pray for you. Okay, I'm pacing. If you're not wake us, you test my patience. I try to pray for you. For you, for you. I try to pray for you. I try to pray for you. I try to pray for you. I pray for you, for you, for you. I try to pray 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 for you. For you, for you. I try to pray for you, for you, for you. I try to pray for you, for you, for you. I try to pray for you, for you. I try to pray for you.
We run in circles, running round. Chase the light, we're rolling but on the go. We're alone, are we taking all in front of us? Head high, could we know it was all along on the side? We should read between the lines, now we're on the right way to go. Head high, we're not alone, oh, we are not out alone. I'm running for my life.
Hold your breath and hold me tight. I'm messing with your mind. My eyes are sharp like your blade. Drive your mind insane. Drive your mind insane.
Hey, hello everybody, and welcome back to another Valorant Gameplay live stream. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Thursday night, so you all know what that means. We will have some lovely Valorant tonight for you guys, but it's a little different because we are going to actually be watching Nitro tonight. Typically, we've this season so far, we've been watching a lot of Smite, but Nitro plays a long-time rival. For those of you that were still around when Coach Ben was here, you guys will know this team, or at least recognize the name very much. If you're not, haven't been here for a while, well, It's a long-time rival that both myself and Coach Ben have, so or former Coach Ben had. So I want to make sure we're watching this match tonight. But Nitro actually plays Affinity tonight, so it'll be a really interesting match. Hoping to see some good gameplay, and just gonna wait for things to get started here. But because we haven't watched Nitro in a little while, let me very quickly introduce the roster to everybody. So we have Lachlan, aka Sham. We have Jammer 7, aka Little Ben. We have Forgetful Gamer, aka Caden. We have Psycho. I think that's Colin, other Colin. And then Blonde Vamp, who I'm not exactly sure that is. Maybe Will. Not exactly sure. But anyways, we're actually in the game. Game's gonna start pretty early tonight, so let's switch over and watch some Valorant. All right, here, and we're seeing pretty standard picks. Actually, it looks like we're gonna see a double Senti come out, maybe a triple Senti. It's a very interesting decision. Maybe expecting Caden to switch here. I don't know. We see Colin on the Sage. See Caden hovering Cypher right now. Lachlan hovering Omen. Little Ben, of course, locked in Arena. And Vamp on the Jet. Now, looks like we are getting some locks in here. And no initiator here, so even though we're going double Senti, with no initiator, going double duelist instead. Let's take a quick look at Affinity's lineup. They have Flow here on Clove, Pinging on Reyna, Synergy on Waylay, Maxwell on Sky, and Joms on Sova. All right, here we go. We get started with round one here. Sorry, just had to adjust you guys a little close. We're seeing a pretty standard split up here. Although it looks like Caden's actually going to see the jump peak and the Sovadar come out, so expect some pressure is going to come on to C-Site. Actually, Caden just gets run down, maybe fully expecting that he was there by himself. They saw the recon dart, it wasn't destroyed, so they were aware of that. And now Spike is already down. And Nitro is already on a time limit. Although Vamp picks up a kill. Actually picks up a second, trades there with Little Ben. Lachlan's able to pick up a kill. It's 2-2 player-wise. Lachlan takes a lot of damage. Colin picks one up, though. It's a 1v1. And unfortunately, Affinity's going to take round one, making it 0-1. No stress there on the side of Nitro. Obviously, round one, obviously pistol round, so. And a very good round. Very good fights all around. So as long as Nitro can really clean up their game here, they're going to be able to get right back into it. I think they're going to have to be a little bit more aware of the C push with them sending 3 on A, 1 on B, and 1 on C. He's a long way to go for those players on A. So it looks like now we're going to see Lachlan go over to B, but yet again we're gonna see the instant C rush. Caden just gonna decide to back up. Probably the right decision here is he's gonna wait for his team, and they're gonna have to play retake. Spike down already. 1 close. Can they pick up the kill? No. And 2 down, 3 down, 4 down, 5 down, just like that. Affinity lines them up and knocks them down as they take the round 0-2. And now we're finally starting to see Lachlan gonna sit B here. Not gonna have as much time necessary to rotate. We might see just another early push C, and yes, we are, as the recon dart does come out. Kaden gonna throw some cages. And Lachlan here actually tries to go through a garage, but falls pretty quickly. But Vamp is able to pick one up. The second Kane able to pick one up as well. And Vamp on the flank here. Gonna see him buy him enough time. As no spike is down yet. And nobody is watching it. Spike has officially been planted. You have to assume that it's A site. Vamp's still on the flank. And Kane's gonna fall. Little Ben is gonna fall as well. And now it's a 2v2. Vamp goes as well. Now Colin's got a lot to do here on his own with the Spectre. Doesn't have a lot of time. Really gonna have to make a decision. I don't know if he has enough time to flank like this. And sees one. Doesn't take any shots. And can't find the kill. As Affinity take the round and make it 0-3. And Nitro need to do something here. They need to find a way to secure a round win. Looks like maybe they're going to half buy here to try and buy for next. Interesting that they're not forcing here. Lachlan now sitting C. Maybe going to try and stop this insta-rush that they're getting. And the flash comes out from Sky. Lachlan decides to back up. Doesn't use his TP quite yet. Little Ben starts the round off. Lachlan just waiting for someone to peek through that smoke. As it starts to fall, doesn't see anybody know. And a lot of collapsing going on. No one on A site. Affinity has a free A site and they get spiked down. Nitro still has numbers up, but now yet again have to play retake. Little Ben gonna go heaven. And instantly gets eliminated. Caden's able to pick one up though. Although he falls, and just like that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Quick kills. And Affinity takes the round 0-4. And I know that Haven is not a map that these teams practice very often, but Nitro really have to figure something out, and it's going to have to be soon, if not now. Yet again, we're seeing the recon dart, although we are seeing Vamp with the jet all on C. Maybe going to try and lurk to see if he can't find someone. He sees the waylay dash out, but he misses the knife, and the whole team swings, and he just decides to try to go on the flank maybe. No, actually sitting garage. He does have some teammates to cover him. They could duo swing this. Little Ben there is where there as well. They could use the Reyna eye. No, just like that, the ult is shut down. And so many falling. And just like that, Affinity take the round again, making it 0-5.
I know what must be done.
And Affinity at this point is just rolling Nitro. Nitro, again, needs to figure out something to do. They might need to reach to their coach, might need to take a timeout if they're not careful, because they cannot let this game get too out of hand. And so far, that is exactly what's happening.
Through the calm, I see. Through the storm, I fight. I've got your trail. Ultimate is not ready.
And it looks like here we actually have an A push. Good wall there from Colin. He's able to block off main. But again, just completely backs up. He actually had help on site of Little Ben. Now Little Ben going to try and get a kill and get out, but he can't. And Colin is stuck in this situation here. Stuck up top. He's going to fall. Caden's going to fall as well. The Sky Dog is going to get Vamp. And so many fall on the side of Nitro as Affinity make it 0-6. And Vamp already falls here. The new round. Lachlan goes down as well. Colin sees two. Can't find either one. And just like that already, Affinity has numbers up advantage here. And Spike is down. And Caden falls shortly after. And now it's all up to Little Ben. And Little Ben can't even find one as Affinity take the round and make the game 0-7.
They will scurry, and then they will die.
And it looks like here we're gonna see the save round. Maybe gonna play very aggressive here. We do have a lot of alts on the side of Nitro. There's a good few on the side of Affinity here as well. As Vamp is the first to fall here. No information yet, although Caden falls shortly after. Colin trying to back him up, and he falls as well. Little Ben is able to find one, though. But Lachlan gonna fall, and Little Ben gonna fall as well. And Affinity make it 0-8.
I'm amped. Let's go. I got things to do.
And you start to wonder, at what point is this game going to get out of hand? Did it happen 3 rounds ago? Is it happening now? Is it happening in 2 rounds? You never really know, but Nitro have been shut down completely. Colin falls quick at B site. Vamp is gonna fall A. It looks like they're gonna rush A. Little Ben gonna fall. Caden gonna fall. And now it's all up to Lachlan. A great blind, but he can't even find one. As he falls as well. And Affinity take the round 0-9. And it just doesn't seem like anything Nitro does affects Affinity, as they are just able to counter, to play well. We see the recon dart. Go A. As Colin already falls, Vamp falls as well. It looks like they might be B site. Little Ben finally able to pick up a kill. Is this the round? And we're going to see the all here come out from Caden as we see a lot of Garage going to push C here. They have to play together. They have to play retake on this C site. The Waylay ult comes out. Clove on the flank is able to find the 4K. 3 just like that.
Where will they
And Affinity take the round and grow their advantage 0-10. And let's see if they can do something here. Even if Nitro can take a round off Affinity at that point, this would be massive for them. Very slow round so far. This isn't what we've seen out of Affinity before. Maybe this is what Nitro needs to be able to secure a couple kills here and maybe take the round. So we see the Recon Dart come out A. And a trade comes through, so maybe it's still, hopes are still alive. A little bit, able to find one. But Joms finds 4. Is Joms going to find the ace? Is Affinity going to give it to him? Colin has to play careful here. Spike is down. And Colin doesn't see any teammates, so he can't even use his res. And Joms does find the ace. 0-11 Affinity.
Last round in the half.
Use everything you have. We lose it anyway.
Need a drop.
Last round before the swap. Will Affinity have a perfect half here, or will Nitro, excuse me, be able to take one round before the swap? Gonna see the 5-stack A. Colin decides to use his wall there to close off main. Lachlan's gonna teleport up on boxes. We don't have any intel yet.
Spike planted.
And at this point, the whole team is gonna rotate together here. Gonna use the move as a unit here. Gonna go all the way. So it looks like maybe they're C, although it doesn't matter because Clove is able to pick 1 off, 2 off, 3 off. Finally pays the price, but Lachlan falls. And Reyna finishes the round for Affinity. Gives Affinity the perfect half and takes it to match point 0-12 as Nitro now on attack. Now has to do anything to try to win rounds here. Will it be enough? Lachlan falls pretty quick here. So does Little Ben. Although they're able to pick up a trade. Actually, Vamp able to find 2. Although Caden is going to fall.
Down mid.
I have the spike.
Player standing.
And just like that, game over. Affinity sweeps Nitro as they fall 0-13. And Affinity is going to take the advantage of the rivalry this time. And we look at the scoreboard and just, wow, just what a game. Not even a round. Has to be hurtful for Nitro as a team. Has to be hurtful for all of their egos at this point. And hopefully those guys really sit down, talk about what they need to do to improve here, because those guys have to figure out something, anything, because, wow, 0-13 is a rough loss. No matter how you look at it, it is a very rough loss. And those guys are just going to have to do better. And typically we don't do this, but we're working on the fly a little bit here. You guys like to know, or you guys know I like to try to get as much done as possible here. So we're going to actually see if I can't get a stream up of Smite's game, so that way we can watch them as well. And let me just pull this up for you guys real quick. Again, I apologize if I'm a little off here. And it looks like it is possible. So let's watch some Smite. We're a little bit in at this point, but we have some Smite for you. Alrighty here, and again, gonna have some Smite here for you. I apologize that the screen is not the best. Unfortunately, this is what happens when we work with things on the fly. Not always the ideal situation here, but currently watching Adley's perspective. And it looks like here they could be A. Oh, actually no contact yet. Don't know. Oh, there finally we see some contact, and Evan actually the first to fall. Although Colin is able to pick up the kill here, although falls shortly after. And the team's going to rotate over to A. Actually, no, they're kind of spread out still. Although Atlee's able to find a kill. And they're able to get, Evie at least is able to get out of the Visol. Atlee's able to pick up one with a pistol. Eric finds one as well. And just like that, Smite going to secure the round. Making it 7-0. And let's continue to see what Smite can cook up here. I don't want to be a man of caster curses, but could we see an 0-13 and a 13-0? It's very possible. Currently watching Evie's perspective here. As the Honk gets destroyed, so it looks like they could be B. Evan gonna sit A, gonna anchor just to make sure there's no rotate. And we did see the Jet dash out. Eric and Colin both finding a kill. Evie finding one as well. So many shots going on. Just like that, only one player left. And Colin gonna be the one to secure the kill, giving Smite the 8-0 advantage.
We're gonna stream college stream soon. Yeah, we're watching those right now. Yeah, but those ended early, so we're watching.
All right, and let's continue to see what Smite does here.
No, their game ended.
And actually here, a very nice spread. Looks like Colin gonna sit mid, gonna see if he can't find anybody. Atlee's actually gonna open the score sheet for Smite this round. And now Evan and Atlee just running down. Maybe going to try and find a flank here. As Evan is able to find one. They might catch the other team off guard. Evan able to find 2, 3. Can he find the 4th? No, Atlee's going to steal it from him as they combine for all 5 kills. And Smite take the round, making it 9-0. And it looks like Eric here gonna have the op. Very interesting decision here, especially on B site. Now, obviously he does have the protection of the Cypher util, but we're gonna see EB throw a fade on as well. Doesn't find anybody, so we have to assume that they're gonna be A. I'm watching Evan here. Atlee backing him up. And Evan finds the first one. And dashes out of it quickly, but sees someone. Isn't able to find it. No, not able to find another. As Atlee is, though. Atlee gets flashed. Has to reload. Gonna wait a little bit. Gonna wait maybe for his teammates. Just gonna sit in the Vise grenade here. Atlee's just waiting for someone to swing him. And he does, but it doesn't matter. As Eevee's on the flank here. Although, unfortunately, Atlee has fallen, so has to decide if she wants to trip the Vise wall or not. Eric on the other side of site here. They're going to have to decide what they want to do. Eric is going to start to swing out here. Eric still with the op. Doesn't see anybody quite yet. Evie's still hanging right on that Vice wall. And just like that, maybe the other team trying to save here as they decide not to push out. But it doesn't matter because Smite gonna take the round 10-0. With the way this game has been going, doesn't really surprise me that we're seeing the save come out here, especially because in games like this, it's very hard to get money, very hard to keep money unless you are using it very effectively. So for charter school gamers here, gonna go back to Colin here on mid, and he actually sees the Vice util come out, but can't find the kill. Decides not to ult either. Now Evie's gonna shut door. And is just going to sit B with that mid door behind her. Although Evan's gonna fall mid. So now looks like Evie and Atlee maybe gonna connect here to mid top and see if they can't find anybody rotating through. Don't see anybody, but Eric actually falls onto the site. So now just Evie and Atlee left. And they're gonna have to retake here. Although Atlee's able to find one. Atlee's able to find a second. Gets flashed here. Evie does. And she can't find him as charter school gamers are going to take a round off of Smite, making it 10-1. See Colin here, gonna swing out mid again. But no, gonna wait a little bit. Does swing out, doesn't see anybody quite yet. Gonna drop some smokes maybe. Oh, he decides to hold off. They do get some util on B main here. Now Colin just going to sit, make sure he doesn't see anybody rotating through mid. Actually, Colin might go for a flank here. No. Looks like he's going to try and break door. Eric is going to find one, going to fall. Evie's going to find one as well. Colin just going to swing out in the util usage. Going to use his ult here and going to find a kill. And just like that, Colin 2, Atlee finds one as well. Smite take the round, 11-1. And the first round on attack for Smite here. See what they're going to do. Looks like we're going to see 4-stack A as they go on quick here. And really just running down elbow here. Atlee's actually able to open the score sheet. Colin tries to find one. Atlee finds a second though. And wow, a whole bunch of kills go off there on the side of Charter School. Now it's a 1v1. Maybe taps. Maybe tries to fake plant. And just as she gets spiked down, is going to get eliminated. And Charter School going to pick up another round, making it 11-2. It looks like here we're going to see a 5-stack mid. We're going to go mid to A. Depends on what they're going to see. I'm going to lead the charge here. Door's going to get shut. Use a lot of stuff here to destroy that door. Have to be aware, though, as 2 already fall. And it looks like here they're just going to go mid-top. But Evie falls as well. Atlee able to pick up a kill. Falls shortly after, though. And now it's just Colin, but Colin gets eliminated as well. As Charter School Gamers make it 11-3, proving that they're not out of this game just yet. And let's see what they're going to do here. Potentially a couple go mid and a couple go B. Currently watching Evie's perspective here. Or no, actually, excuse me, watching Colin's perspective. As we're just about out on the B site here. Colin just waiting for the signal to put down these flashes. We do see, put down the smokes, excuse me. We do see the Omen smoke come through, but Eric able to find the kill, and there go the smokes, and here come Smite as they rush onto site. And Spike is able to go down. And Colin needs to change his crosshairs mid-game. For some reason, I don't know why. Eric on the 3K. Eric on the 4K to secure the round, giving Smite some momentum back. 12-3 on match point here. Is this going to be the round that Smite's going to close this game out? All right. And it looks like Smite already on the A side. Actually, Atlee and Evie going to both find a kill already. Evan going to find one as well. Spike is down. Evan finds a second, and Vice would have a lot to do. And Atlee's going to pick up the final kill of the game to give Smite the victory. 13-3. What a game from Smite. Not the perfect game that we were hoping to see. Obviously, we predicted a perfect defeat and then a perfect victory, but very good game overall from Smite. Unfortunately, I know we didn't get to watch the whole thing. Obviously, we were watching Nitro's game, but hope you guys are able to enjoy the little bit of a Smite game that we did get to watch. Now, we're going to have some post-game interviews. So let's actually start with maybe an interview or two on the side of Nitro, see how those guys are doing, and then let's go up with a couple people from Smite. And it looks like here, I don't know who's coming up first. It's going to be someone from Nitro. And it looks like it's going to be Lachlan as he reluctantly makes his way into the booth. And here he is.
Hello.
Lachlan, welcome to the booth. And 0-13. Talk to me a little bit about how you're feeling after that game.
Let's just say we're not winning our fights.
Yeah, absolutely. Haven, a map that we haven't seen in a while from either team, I think. Haven, not a map that really gets practiced a lot. So, obviously playing a very open three-site map like that, what are you guys trying to do to make sure you can shut down all of those sites?
That's why we ran a double Senti, because we were trying to cover A and C, but we didn't really, play it well. I say we could have maybe kept Sage and Cypher on the sites until they fully pushed out. Like, you saw Sage started to rotate, right?
Yep.
Like to C site, and then they just had A for free.
Yep.
So
yeah, and I'm actually really happy that you brought that up. And see, that was going to be my next question is we saw a lot of early rotates and really just kind of giving up sites for free. There were a lot of times where first contact was made at C and then everybody went to C. So was that just a miscommunication thing, or what was going on there?
definitely miscommunication. Yeah, probably. Because, sometimes I would come, C, because, it's a silver nut, and then I have a few footsteps. Then they just, instant rotate, and they, push A, and A is clear open.
Yep.
So.
Obviously, not the way you wanted the game to go, but talk to me a little bit about the things you're hoping to improve going forward as we continue to move into the season here. Only in week 4, so it's about halfway through. Still pretty early here, but a lot of seasons left to go. So
More util usage from everybody, and more just counting down, because we didn't do that much. A few times we swung, just we all just died.
Yep.
It's just not good. I lost my focus.
That's all good. It's all good, guys. Well, Lachlan, I'll let you go then. So thank you so much for your time up here.
Yeah,
A little unlucky on the defeat tonight, but I know you'll be back next week ready to go. So
Yeah.
hoping to see a better game next week.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. All right. Looks like Don't know who's going to be next. Okay, it looks like I'm going to have Little Ben. Little Ben, welcome to the booth. And how are you feeling after that bad defeat?
Kind of bad.
Kind of bad is a great way to talk about it. I want to talk a little bit. You guys just never really seemed on the same page. So was it a miscommunication thing? What was really going on that allowed for the defeat to get that bad?
Yeah, kind of about that, and we weren't just winning our fights.
Yeah, and I noticed, and Lachlan spoke a little bit about the miscommunications and just the losing of fights specifically. Not swinging together, obviously not winning ones when you're in those scenarios. You're someone who we've seen on Smite before, and we've seen a lot of gameplay. So what does a loss like this do not only for the team, but also for you as a player? Does this encourage you to grind more, or can you talk to me a little bit about that?
A little bit, because I don't really play that much anymore.
Absolutely. And finally here, I want to talk about what are you guys hoping to improve on the next coming weeks here, as we're only halfway through the season, but obviously it's still a lot of games left. So what are you hoping to improve on? What are you hoping to clean up here?
Communication, definitely, and also peaking together.
Yeah, absolutely. I think those are two great things, and I think your coach will definitely be able to help with those. So, Little Ben, thank you for your time up here. I know a little unlucky on the loss tonight, but I know we'll see you guys back and better than ever. So, just keep working.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Now we're gonna try and get a Smite interview, potentially two. So. And it looks like I'm gonna have the IGL himself. This man loves the camera. The camera does not love him though, as he makes his way up into the booth. Evan,
I'm offended.
Evan, we didn't get to see the whole Smite game, but we saw the last chunk of it. 13-3, obviously a good result. How are you feeling after that game?
Feeling pretty good. I feel like there was a little bit of a rank disparity there. Other than that, our rotations were pretty good. Our only critique, I would say, really was calming where they were. We were jumping the gun every single round. So getting a little bit more clear on that, and definitely we shouldn't do the same thing every single round. Me and Atlee would literally walk in the same spot every single round without fail. And I got caught by the Vise, who was sitting in a corner.
Yep.
Bet you saw that one.
I don't know if we actually saw that one or not.
It was terrible.
He might have gotten lucky.
See you on the minimap. I look at him, and then I look away, and he kills me.
So, obviously, again, like you said, a little bit of rank disparity. Obviously, a very good victory for you guys, a tough loss for Charter. But as you guys continue to adjust here to the new coach, and we've seen things work out very well so far, other than that one kind of hectic week, what are you hoping to continue to improve on here?
Definitely communication. Our rotates, our agent picks, honestly, they could be a little better, especially for the maps that they're on. Probably should be a little bit more premeditated than they are. We normally figure them out in agent select. I feel like it's more important to figure them out prior, so we all know what we're doing going into it, and we all feel more comfortable what we're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. And finally here, obviously we've seen Smite continue to do well, other than obviously the one hectic loss. You guys are, 3-1, I guess, at this point, I believe?
Yeah.
And most of the wins have been dominating, so are we going to potentially see a banner run, a run in playoffs? What are your hopes for when it comes to that?
Hoping in the process. We just have to figure out a way to beat that other team that beat us, which, honestly, we trolled that. It's definitely winnable. Other than that, we just... Same things I said we need to work on. Other than that, I think we're doing pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Evan, congratulations on your victory tonight. Of course, it's always great to have you up here in the booth, and we'll look forward to seeing you maybe next week.
Alrighty,
thank you. Just going to get one more here from Smite, and it looks like Evie's going to come up as well before we get good old Coach Fire Road up here. Evie, though, welcome to the booth.
Hello.
How are you feeling after that 13-3?
Pretty good.
Absolutely.
Pretty good.
And I have to bring it up. I think you guys did that on purpose, because
For a little bit?
someone in the booth right now, that is not me, made a prediction that you guys were going to win 13-3.
Was that prediction correct?
It was. It sure was.
I know. I literally called that out on our third loss. I was like, guys,
I
I made
heard.
a bet. We're gonna lock in.
Yep. No, I definitely heard that. You guys played really well from what we saw tonight. Maybe a little antsy though, from what it looked like. Obviously, some very quick rotations. Was that something comm-wise that was going on, or was that just a miscommunication?
I think we were starting to get in our heads, and everyone was like, I want to kill, I want to kill, I want to kill. Because, like, we had aces, we had so much fun stuff happening. I think everybody kind of were like, oh, I want to go there and there. And we need to work on that. Definitely got to just keep the smoothness running of the team. And just everybody has their role, and everybody's important. So we just need to do our roles.
Yeah, absolutely. And you guys are more and more getting to the point where everybody is doing their job. You know, everybody's playing their role.
Correct.
Everybody's involved in getting kills and the assists. So when it comes to comms for you guys, when things do start to get sloppy, what are you doing to kind of correct them?
First of all, just clear comms, and then we try to reset ourselves and reset the conversations we're having, as in game focused and that round focused kind of thing. But also catching things from other rounds that we didn't catch them before, and kind of just trying to focus on the things we messed up on, maybe like a late rotation or something miscommunicated with util. It's just the little things we're trying to work out now.
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously, you know, I was the same question, and you know, we don't typically like to make predictions up here, but 3-1 at this point. Still a lot of weeks left by any means. Still a lot of Valorant left, but
Yeah.
what are your hopes for playoff run, a banner run maybe?
Please. Please. Yeah. Staying confident but staying humble. We've gotten to finals multiple times, and it just hasn't got there yet. So staying confident and just keep working on the little things until we actually get there.
Absolutely. Well, Evie, congratulations on your victory tonight. Thank you so much for your time up here, and I'll let you get back to celebrating.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. All right, and now, last but most certainly not least, Coach Fire Road, aka Coach Zach, gonna make his way up into the booth. Welcome,
hello.
Coach Zach. And how are you feeling after a not so great game from Nitro, but a great game from Smite?
Yeah, overall, I would say the Smite match went great. I think we've still been making a lot of progress on our comms. I've started working on other things like working on more pre-round strategies and stuff. And in terms of Nitro, honestly, it was just a kind of unlucky match this week. We got a very difficult opponent that I wasn't exactly expecting us to beat. But I think also overall, I was trying to get in one of our players from our sub spot, trying to get everyone rotated around, figure out what the best orientation of the team's going to be. I think that sort of threw them off their game as well.
Yep.
Overall, yeah.
And I want to talk a little bit about that. Obviously, I've said it a numerous times. Still getting comfortable. Obviously, you're still a newer coach here. What are you doing to try to make sure that everybody's getting involved, that everybody has that trust in you, even if obviously that kind of stuff is earned? But what are you doing in the foundation to make sure that you do earn that trust from everybody?
100%. One of the things that I love is I think a great way to build this is sort of passively through being asked questions and being able to think very in depth and go into that sort of level of expertise that I can sort of illustrate this sort of trust that they should have because of my experience of the game.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's a great step, you know, a great way to do that. Obviously, at the end of the day, you are the coach, you know, you are the experienced one. So obviously it's on the kids to kind of listen and to build those relationships with. And I want to talk a little bit about when it comes to completely different games, because that's really what they were, obviously.
Yeah.
You know? What is the strategy between going from Smite, who is obviously in the terms of tonight winning and dominating their game, to going to Nitro as they are getting dominated?
100%. Yeah. In the situation, it is actually relatively similar problems, but at different levels, essentially. Smite is at a much higher level currently, where they sort of have a lot of these fundamental parts of the game down, like trading and working the buddy system. It comes as second nature to them, versus Nitro is still sort of building those skills over time. That's going to be one of the main focuses for the next practice.
Yep, absolutely. And I think that's a great point. And finally here, week 4. Still a lot of weeks left. Obviously, everything's still in the hopes. Playoffs are still in the hopes. But is there anything that you're going to continue to work on individually here, or obviously as a full 2-team roster, to improve the chances of not only getting to playoffs, but hopefully having a run in playoffs?
100%. I think just in terms of Nitro, doing things like trying to make more things second nature, making so that whenever we do get frazzled a little bit in the game, that we don't lose our cool
Yep.
and sort of go off the deep end, basically. And for Smite, just continuing to work on communication stuff, because I think we do have what it takes to get that win in the end. We just need to make sure we're working together enough that we can actually achieve it.
Yeah, absolutely. Couldn't have said it any better myself. Well, Coach Zach, thank you so much for your time up here. Congratulations, and a little unlucky on the results tonight, but I know you got some stuff cooking in the background that you're going to implement to hopefully get the teams both to have results like that on a pretty regular basis. So I'll let you get back to it.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you. But, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for us here at Valhalla and Camp Hill. I hope you guys enjoyed being able to watch both matches. I know, obviously, you know, a little scuffed. I'll take some blame for that. Obviously, kind of going with things on the fly here, but I hope you guys enjoyed. Tune in on Monday for some Fortnite builds, probably casted by yours truly. And until then, good night, everybody.